Nashua Community Music School's Musician of the Month. And the executive director of that would be Miss Lindsay Rinaldi, who is in the studio here this morning, and it's good to see you.
Good morning.
And welcome back to the studio. I don't even remember the last time you were in.
Oh, actually, we had the good fortune of being in at the beginning of this month because our
twice
in a month. Yeah,
it's like a blue moon.
It's great. It's great. We got so many kids. We got to come in.
Lindsay, I love the fact that you're aware of your surroundings. Just all your senses as you come in here and say, "Joe, that's great. You guys got a TV. You can watch the news." It's like
these new mics. They're hot. I really like that.
You did grab those.
I did.
Yeah, that you did.
I can already hear and hear the difference. It's beautiful.
They are crisp.
Oh my
punchy.
gosh.
And of course, they remove a lot of the stuff that comes from outside because all you got to do is move over here and you can't be heard.
Yeah.
So that was picking up, and when you have a lot of people that are inexperienced on mixing,
yeah,
trying to mix 4 people in here, it's very difficult. But
I'm
now
sure.
you can't even hear Bartis breathe.
That's great.
See, he's a pro though. He's become a pro. Hey, you got a live show tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah.
9 to 11 at the Senior Center, 70 Temple Street. Breakfast with Santa. We're celebrating the Lions Club famous French toast breakfast.
What's the outfits tomorrow?
Mr. Bianchi and I have already coordinated. We'll be wearing our holiday red WSMN shirts.
Oh, God.
No elf hat?
No, Judy Porter from the Senior Center will be dressed up as the Candy Cane Queen, is so I'm told. Last year, she was the angry elf. She came in as an elf, but because she lost to Bob Bianchi's gingerbread NASCAR competition, she became the angry elf.
I see.
So we will be defending the title, and we have a new entry for tomorrow's gingerbread competition as well.
It's funny. It's funny. I don't have one of those holiday red WSMN shirts.
Oh,
don't you find that to be funny?
That is interesting. Maybe you get one in your stocking this year.
No, we don't give him anything in the stockings because his dog already ate.
Oh, that's right.
So, George, you did get a red shirt. It was in last year's sock. Yeah.
I think I gave it.
It's now pumpkin colored.
I think I gave it to. I think I gave it to Joey Stringbeans.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, anyway, Lindsay is from the National Community Music School. We're going to go a couple of things of some music news before we get to our new special musician of the month here today. She's ready to play. A young lady, Nicole Paquette, is in the studio this morning, and we'll get to her just a little bit. All right, so we've got these NCMS holiday gift certificates available. Music is still cool, people, and of course, with what you can do besides taking professional lessons, learning on your own, it's never been a better time to play an instrument because it is definitely not as hard as when I tried when I was young. You can learn all these tricks and be up and playing. If you started to play the acoustic guitar today, you'd be able to sing a few songs with your family on Christmas. That's how quickly you can learn to play today.
As long as you can practice. Huh? As long as you practice, you can reach your goals as quickly as you want to.
That's correct. Although playing an instrument that she plays or playing the guitar, the one thing that YouTube and Google cannot remove is the pain of learning to play a guitar. That will never go away because when you're pushing your fingers on steel after a while until they develop enough callus to be able to deal with it, that's just part of learning to play. And those of us that love it didn't even think about it.
That's right. And then the ones that can't stand it, they switch to ukulele.
That's right. Although, if you start off playing nylon strings, you're still going to hurt. It's still going to, it has to form its thing in there. Not as bad as steel or bronze. Mm-hmm. I get that. Or they switch to that.
That's right, or they choose a different instrument.
Yeah, like Nicole, do you have calluses on your fingers?
No, I don't.
Of course not. But she can still play. So anyway, we've got some. I guess these are holiday gift certificate packets.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a holiday gift that's like a little bit different for somebody in your family that's creative, whether they're starting lessons for the first time or they're thinking about getting involved in music, the Nashua Community Music School offers a variety of lesson packs that you can gift to the music lover in your family.
Singing?
Yep, singing lessons,
Merry
piano
Christmas,
lessons.
Merry Christmas, Bob. Listen, if I buy him a $99 3-pack of music for singing, can it be with you?
I can do that if Bob would study with me.
Bartis, would you like that for Christmas?
I think that can be arranged because you realize I'm coming back on mic.
Yeah, well, I know. I'm just saying. I mean, no, I'm just trying to help you.
Are we allowed to work on Metallica?
Whatever you want.
All right. Because I believe that would be a prerequisite.
Well, I mean, like for instance, if somebody does want to get into singing, we don't talk much about it at the National Community Music Schools, wind instruments and keyboards and such like that. But you can learn to sing that.
Of course, right. Of course. In fact, our voice studio is one of the biggest in the school. We have, I think, the last count was over 50 voice students.
Well, before we get to Bardis's Metallica, maybe you should start with "Row Your Boat." Okay, let's just start with "Row Your Boat" and have him stay on "Row Your Boat" while you and another couple of people sing "Row Your Boat" in both of his ears in different cadence. That's what you need to do with him.
That would be a challenge, right?
Well, I mean, if you're going to sing and he's going to stay on, he's got to be able to do that, right?
That's true. That's part independence.
And I know he loves it. I watched him last year here, although we didn't do much of that this year. And we just had too many people.
No, the holiday party.
Right.
What do
you mean? We're having a holiday party?
Yeah, 3 weeks from now.
When is it?
I've already started coordinating with the band.
When is it?
You didn't invite George. That's not nice.
When is it, Bob?
We haven't selected a date yet.
It has to be before I leave on the 20th.
Oh, I was thinking that Friday the 21st.
Have fun. It's all yours, baby.
We're having a party without George.
That's fine.
How rude.
Listen, that's great. I've always said it since day one, since I met Bob. I become less, you become more.
Oh, boy.
That's the way it should be.
You're going to be in trouble with parody.
You
go away.
Listen,
leave him loose in the studio.
If you've watched the movie Frankenstein, this is for real.
I see.
It's pronounced Frankenstein.
Yeah. Frankenbardis. That's what it's become. And Frankenbianchi. I trust him with my life. So that means if he wants to come in and have a party, it'll be good. So
And don't worry, we've insured that life because we have Keyman insurance. So anything happens to you, everybody moves up.
That's right.
Hey, there we go.
Now, we're talking about insurance in the last hour. That's a good insurance policy.
See?
But if you want to take singing lessons for a little bit, may I suggest before that party, we may be able to have that happen. But we've got 3 packs of music, which is 30-minute lessons. Those are only $99. If you want a 6-pack of music, that's 30-minute lessons of 6 of them for $198. You can do that as well. They're gift certificates in any amount for your favorite music program as well, because you have to go to NCMS.com.
NashuaCMS.org.
NashuaCMS.org.
Yeah, so if you're not sure what you want, if you're like, well, I think my kid's interested in music, or but I'm not really sure what instrument they want, you can just get a general gift certificate for like NCMS bucks, like $100 or something, and then when your student makes a decision as to what they're interested in, we can apply that gift certificate to any music program.
Do you have a bag with you down there or anything? Did you?
I didn't bring it. I should have brought it.
Well, because you want everybody to get these, and they come with an NCMS holiday ornament.
Yeah.
And a tote bag.
Yeah, so if you can pick up locally.
Where's ours?
So I can, you know what? I'll make sure that we bring it to the December show.
Okay.
Because you made a special arrangement to let us come in early on December 14th for our next musician of the month. So I'll make sure we bring him in.
That'd be on the 28th. We don't need it on the 28th.
No, on the 14th.
The tree comes down on the 24th, 5th, or whatever.
No, you had. We're coming in the week before because you're going away. You already said it was okay.
Okay, the 14th.
Yeah.
All right, good enough.
So we'll bring that then. But what's really nice is one of our volunteers handmade these beautiful Nashville Community Music School ornaments.
Nice.
And we also have tote bags for when you're carrying all your music around. So if you pick up locally, you can purchase gift certificates online and download them online without having to come to the school. If that's an easy thing, especially if you forget at the last minute and you're like, I want to buy something special, but I want to have it be done at 2 a.m. on Christmas Eve. You can totally do that. But if you do want to pick up locally, you can absolutely come and visit us in the Nashua Mill Yard at 5 Pine Street Extension. You can pick up a holiday gift certificate, and with that, while supplies last, you'll get a handmade Nashua Community Music School holiday ornament and tote bag so that your loved one has something cool to open on Christmas morning.
All right, winter registration opens Monday, December 3rd. Winter classes and lessons start January 7th. All of this information is available on the website. And I want to get to this young lady who's been patient sitting here because it's actually her spotlight today.
That's right.
Inside the studio, Nicole Paquette. Paquette?
Yeah, Paquette.
Paquette. Okay. Welcome to the studio. 15 years old. You're from Pelham?
I am.
And you go to Pelham High School, but not today.
Not today.
Right. That's great. You're in year 10, so that's a junior.
Sophomore,
yeah. Instruments, the flute, but you've been playing the flute for 7 years. 7 years you've been playing this thing. But you do play other instruments as well.
Yeah.
And, well, Mr. Bottas was very excited this week saying, we're going to have an oboe in the studio for the first time. You didn't bring one?
No.
Okay. And you play the oboe.
I do.
And you play the baritone saxophone.
Yeah.
So at 15 years old, but at this point you're pretty proficient in music. Why do you pick these types of instruments when you could probably play anything else, you know?
Well,
drums.
I play in the band, and we didn't have an oboe this year, so I said, I'll do it.
Oh.
And I wanted to be in the jazz band, but I couldn't as a flute. And they said, we don't have a Barry sax.
Well,
So
I know what you mean by having no flutes in jazz, because I don't think flutes would belong in rock and roll either. So
no.
I don't think so.
No Jethro Tull?
Now, unfortunately, he's an oddball. He's weird, too, okay? I'm not really a big fan of him, but he's the only one that pulled
Nor
it off.
is any Metallica fan.
I'm talking about the music itself.
Do they bring out a flute in one of their songs?
No, remember Jethro Tull beat Metallica for Best Heavy Metal Band in 1989?
Dude, that was crazy.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. That was
I believe Bob is holding a grudge.
Listen, that was... Did you listen to the album by any chance that beat them?
No.
It is impossible to listen to. I'm telling you now, it's the weirdest thing you ever heard. Anyway, you can go anywhere with that flute right there, and that's what you're holding this morning?
Yeah.
Hold it up in front of the camera, which is on you right here. You're live on Facebook. You can knock my microphone out.
Sorry. It's okay.
It's okay. Look at that. It's beautiful. It looks like it's silver.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's all silver.
That's nice.
It's a beautiful instrument.
It sure is. All right. Well, I want you to play something for us here this morning. Now, is she going to stand up? How's she going to do this?
Yeah, so I'll let Nicole get set up. She's got to stand up and get her
go ahead,
music
Nicole.
in order.
Get
So
ready.
I'll let you know when she's going to play.
Now, you're going to have to turn your mic towards her.
Yep.
When you're ready.
All right, yeah.
So what are we listening to this morning here?
Yeah, so Nicole's going to play a bunch of different etudes, and we've had students who've played etudes before, but just in case you forget what an etude is.
We don't know what it is to begin with.
Right. An etude is essentially a short exercise piece.
Okay.
It usually has a cool, memorable melody.
So why don't you just say that?
I could say that.
You're going to do a couple of exercise pieces, Nicole.
Right.
That's what we're going to do in the studio.
Well, the thing that makes it different is that it has a melody, and it's interesting, and it also teaches technical skill, and that's what makes it an etude as opposed to just a melody.
Did you warm up today? Yes. Okay, we're out in the hallway. Yep. There's ghosts out there, you know. You put them to sleep for us? Sure. All right.
So the first one she's going to play is a D major etude, and it's by Bach Schindler.
Okay. A young lady, 15 years old, Nicole from Pelham. You couldn't have given us something easy to start with, could you? Boy, that looked very difficult. Good, you're very proficient on that, though. I mean, you make it look easy.
Oh, thank you.
How long does it take you to learn to do something like that?
I've been practicing it since June.
Oh, this is the first time you did it publicly.
Yes.
Good job.
Thank you.
That's a lot right there going on. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I got to tell you what, that instrument's blowing me away. It's absolutely beautiful. That's you can get them with all sorts of material on the outside of them, but to have one in silver.
That's right.
That's class.
There's a big difference between the sounds when the metals are made of like when it's made of different kind of metals.
But she keeps it clean. She keeps it super clean. You can tell. It looks like my motorcycle. Actually, it looks better. Looks better than my bike. What does it say on there? I see some engraving on it.
It says Powell, which is the brand.
Yeah. That is a beautiful instrument. Now, when Christmas is coming, like it is now, and you play 3 instruments, Nicole, what do you usually ask for Christmas, Steve? Because you are allowed to do that.
I ask for a lot of music books to help my technique.
Really?
Yeah, I only get lessons on the flute, so I'm self-taught on the other 2. So I use the instruction books.
Well, then why don't you bring those in? I'd love to hear you play the oboe with a baritone. Baritone saxophone, big instrument?
Oh, it's huge. I was just telling her, I was joking with her because I saw that I didn't know that she played the baritone sax, and I said, "Oh, so you got tired of carrying around this like tiny little instrument? You decided I need to build some more muscles."
We have an elevator though, so she could bring that up here. Of the three so far, what's your favorite?
Flute, of course.
Well, has she been going to the Nashville Community Music School for 7 years?
No, I think 3 years, 2 years,
Like a year and a half.
A year and a half.
So where did you learn before?
Mm-hmm.
Just in school.
Oh, and then whatever you learned on your own.
Yeah.
Now, do you use the internet to learn things?
Yeah. A lot of those pieces, it's hard to know how they go, so I can look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, right. You watch others play that, and it's great at 15 years old that you still continue to practice this and want to play this. I mean, from that years when you were, those are, there are times of transition in a young child's life where they kind of bend out and go to other directions, but you've stuck with that, which is reason for why you're probably going to be pretty proficient at it. Because what are your goals with this later on?
I would like to make this a career eventually, something in music.
Well, playing an orchestra or something.
Hopefully, or composing or education.
Yeah,
something music.
Well, I mean, they do scholarships for that.
We do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Any particular school of interest that you want to go to? Like, did you want to ever play like a big band for the big college football games? Those types of bands.
I would love to. Any of them, actually.
Alabama.
Roll Tide.
She's got to go with Alabama. I mean, I don't even know if they do. They probably do because those schools are so big. They probably do have scholarships for band at those types of schools, just like they do football scholarships.
Yes, in fact, that's actually a very common way that musicians earn their tuition, especially at like those Big Ten schools. Almost all the time. You know how college students sometimes have like a work-study job? Usually they're just kind of like working in the dining hall, working in the library or whatever. Oftentimes musicians can have their work-study job be playing in the marching band.
There you go. Just pick a top 10 school.
So
yeah,
you could probably. Well, I mean, I think that you've got at 15 years old. I can tell you, if you continue on, you're going to have just as good a shot as anybody else.
And I've had lots of successes with other students doing that. Not even just at top 10 schools. It really depends on the individual. I've had students who maybe music isn't actually their major, but because they're so proficient at their instrument, they actually get paid and hired to be a section leader in the band or a leader in their choir.
From Pelham High School, grade 10. She's playing the flute. She's on the cam. Her name's Nicole. She's 15 years old. She plays 2 other instruments, and she's going to play another piece for us here this morning.
That's right. So while Nicole's getting set up, I'll let you know. So the next thing she's playing is is the E minor etude. It's by Fairling. So the biggest difference between a major etude and a minor etude, for those who want like a teeny little bit of music education this morning, okay, is a minor etude has a different sound. It's a little more sad or dark or dramatic, where a major etude has a tendency to be like a little bit happier and bouncier. Yeah,
all those major keys are. Okay, I'm ready. When you're ready, okay, Nicole? She's right on the cam there if you want to see it halfway down the page at WSMN1590.com. I found my new backtrack when I'm talking about the state. And you can tell as the more you play, the better it sounds because you're really starting to get warmed up over it. Would you like to do the rest of the show till 9 this morning? No problem with that. Hey, thanks for coming in. We wish you the best. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Continue to practice. Enjoy your instruments. And thank you, Lindsay, for bringing them in.
Oh, it's always a pleasure.
NashuaCMS.org.
Yes, NashuaCMS.org is our website. You can also give us a call at 603-881-7030. You can buy gift certificates right on the website, too.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, good enough. All right, we're going to take a break. Come right back. Bobby Bagley's back in the studio from Public Health, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. Let me fire this up right here. Click. Ready.
Stone Properties is a leading home builder in southern New Hampshire. With over